Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? Rusty from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dare say. Big shout out to Human Nutrients. It's pinned in the comments section. Our sponsors, go and have a little nosy. And remember, health is wealth. Go and treat yourself if you want to look after yourself and look as good as me in your old age. Right. Has Anthony Joshua, aka Anthony Olawafemi Alasini Joshua, that's his proper name, has he done his own heading with all these trainers that he's had? Is he overthinking too much and has he done his nutting? I'm starting to wonder now because we're talking about a man here, right, who's had it on a plate because of how he looks. Because let's have it right, he can't fight for toffee, can he? He has been absolutely wrapped up in cotton wool from day one. Now, it's not going to be going through his record here. I'll just bore you to death, won't I? But when I look at what he's done recently, it's just paddedness for the sake of it. Look, we all know that he got Charlie Martin, don't we, for not vacant belt, but Martin Watt champion. But basically, they pickpocketed Tyson Fury, didn't they? The promoters, they all ganged up on him and got them belts off him and Mick Hennessy, didn't they? And so he got Charlie Martin. So that's his first win over a champion. Ring Magazine said he were one of the worst champions ever. Then he goes in with Dominic Brazil, a college footballer, 17 and 0. Looks good, doesn't it? Big old lump, big dosser. What did he last about 19 minutes? Then Eric Molina, the geography teacher. Do you know, we all remember Johnny Horsecock, don't we? I've just seen Eric Molina on pads, and he's really up for this. And then Eddie piped up and he went, "Yeah, I've got a squeaky bum. Squeaky bum. Why were your bum squeaking, Eddie? Hey, was somebody up it? Hey." Then after that, we had Vladimir, 18-month on the settee. What were all that about? In Vladimir's 69th and final fight, a life and death. Now that was 8 year, 7 month ago. Let me repeat that, 8 years, 7 months. And we know we're ringside that night, don't we? Hey? We know, don't we? It was Deontay Wilder and he were going to fight the winner. That fight still hasn't happened. No, that fight has still not happened. So 8 years, 7 months ago, since then, they have been protecting Anthony Joshua, their cash cow. Since that fight, he has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's had 13 fights since Klitschko. 13, going 9 and 4. The guys to beat him, Randy Ruiz, Usyk twice, and Dubois. All world champions. So, technically, Ruiz beat Parker, didn't he, in New Zealand? But, I know Joshua rematched him, didn't he? But after that, really, you're just looking at, he beat Pulev, before Ruiz, he beat Povetkin. It's just pony macaroni, isn't it? But what I want to know is this, right? When he came back, they told us he were going to be super active. After the Usyk second loss, he went Franklin, Elenius, and Wallin. They were sparring partners, and Ngannou in his second fight. And then John Coffey put him on planet Jupiter. That was 14 months ago. He'd done nothing since, nothing. And now they're talking about putting him in an 8 rounder on a no-use undercard. Are you having a laugh? Who'd want to see him in an 8 rounder? Who'd want to see him in an 8 rounder? Are they just going to get him an easy one just to run out so that they can have that Fury money? Fury must be howling. I mean, Tyson Fury must be absolutely howling with laughter at all this. But when I look at Joshua's CV here for trainers, I mean, it's nearly as many as knockouts he's had recently. Well, how many knockout? He's had more trainers since knockout since he hit the canvas against Vladimir. Well, he's been down 9 times now. 9 times, should be 10, but they didn't give that extra one at the John Coffey fight. But technically, he's been flattened 10 times, but 9 in the record books. Right. Tony Sims, Robert McCracken, Angel Hernandez, Joby Clayton, Robert Garcia, Derek James, Ben Davidson, and now Lomachenko. 2, 4, 6, that's 8 trainers. 8. On his way out to fight Andy Ruiz, he's picking Clifton Mitchell's brains. Or on the way out to the Usyk fight. Either way, he's done his own heading. In my opinion, he has absolutely done his own heading. Anybody who's anybody in the boxing industry knows if you're going up against a southpaw, you've not got to let them get into a rhythm. You have to jump on them. Do you think Froch wanted to let Boutte get into a rhythm? Do you think, eh? You think so? No, because he'd just pick him off all night, wouldn't he? Do you think Robin Reed wanted to let Calzaghe get into a rhythm? No. He just kept picking him off. So, with that right hand, Robin were picking him off with a right hand lead all night. Otherwise, if he'd have let Calzaghe get into a rhythm, it's a long night against southpaws. And he's asking other people what he should do. Now, all these trainers here, I'm not saying they don't know boxing. Tony Sims, McCracken, Angel Hernandez, Joby Clayton, Robert Garcia, Derek James, Ben Davison, Papa Lomachenko. But has anybody ever thought it just might be Joshua that's the problem? Has anybody ever thought that? Nobody seems to want to question that. But out of all them trainers there, right, how many are from Britain? Sims, McCracken, Ben Davidson. So we've got 3. Is Joby Clayton from England as well? But the rest, so the Sims, McCracken, I think Joby Clayton, he's from England, isn't he? And Ben Davidson. The other 4 are all foreigners, but I didn't see anybody mentioning Flex Ingle. Wow, look what he did with Kell Brook and Kid Galahad. Dominic, I mean, I've given him some stick over years, but Dominic never gets in mix for these sort of guys, does he? Peter Fury, had Tyson Fury, hasn't he? So why not Peter Fury? They say he's the defensive guy, maybe too defensive. Maybe that's what Joshua needs. Pat Barrett don't get a mention. Look what he's done with Lyndon Arthur and Zelfa. I know Zelfa's with Joe G now, but Pat's been doing it years. Joe G, he never gets a mention, do the only Olympians he's had is John Murray's brother, Joe Murray, and Lawrence Okolie. That's it. The only Olympians Joe's had. And he's our most decorated trainer in the UK. So it is what it is. So let me know what your thoughts in the comment section. All right. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Has Anthony Joshua done his own heading? Mainly by trying to change things up. Go on, peace out. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Booyaka. Thanks for sharing the videos as well. Pop, pop, bang.